Hello happy souls, this is my new project Kawasaki KB100 OTZ rebuild, and these are all the segments which are classified for this rebuild project. Now we are in chapter 8. In that we are in part 2, removing the front fork assembly and the wheel assembly. First let's begin with the indicator, and for this you need a 14mm spanner and take off the nut from the indicator assembly. And not only for this bike but also for the Suzuki and the Yamaha two-stroke bikes, all come with the 14mm nut with normal washer and a spring washer sometimes, and some of the wirings may be earthed uh, uh, with the nut and bolt assembly, and do the same for the other end also. In previous video we saw how to remove the wiring harness and other things like the electrical things here, or the indicator, horn, the switch gears and the ignition key holding parts are the electrical parts which are left over. We can see one by one in the upcoming videos. Now moving to the brake assembly. Here for loosening the brake we have to use a plier. In some cases I have seen butterfly type nuts, that was easy. You get a leverage to loosen it, but here it was quite difficult, and however the bike was in running condition, so it came up easily. And after taking this, take off the rubber and the spring mechanism which was inside the cable, and put back everything in its place so as not to miss anything. Then moving to the speedometer cable. Here use the plier to loosen the speedometer cable and take off the cables. And then here the brake assembly is connected to a bracket stay which is holded by the front fork assembly. Here you have to loosen it with the 12mm spanner, and you can't take off the bracket by just loosening the front part because the bolt is protruded outside, and which is connected to the front fork assembly. Here at the front part you have to use a 14mm spanner, and at the rear we have to use a 17mm spanner. And after loosening it, you have to take the nut and bolt assembly, and the bracket will easily slide and fall. Then we can move to the front axle of the wheel. Here for the front one, we need a 17mm spanner. At the other end we can use a screwdriver because it's just a hole type. After loosening, move to the edge of the thread and just tap so that we can easily pull at the other end. It has a washer also, don't miss that, and you can easily slide and take off the front axle bolt. And then ask a person to hold the bike because it may pop and fall. And if you have a cart jug, you can put it at the bottom, and you can raise the jack so that it holds firmly. Then this is the wheel drum assembly. If you are going to update with the Bajaj one, some of them have updated, you have to replace the front fork assembly, I think, because it is connected with the stay as in the rear wheel. Let's see how it will go, because I haven't seen the other things. In the upcoming videos you may know about the things. And for the fork assembly, use a 14mm spanner and loosen it both the sides. And this is mounted at two places, one at the top and one at the bottom of the cone assembly. Here at the top, use a 17mm spanner and loosen it. If it is loose, the oil will pop here, so that it will become a big mess. It also has a gasket and a rubber gasket and other things. This is really rusty, we can see in the upcoming videos. And after removing the left one, do have to do the same. I have to repeat the same process at the right one also. And in some cases, after loosening it, due to the weight, the fork may fall, or gradually it comes down. Here it didn't come like that, so we have to manually pull it, slide to the bottom, and it comes off easily. And it is interconnected to the headlight bracket assembly, to the cone assembly. And after removing these two things, the bracket, we have to remove the bracket which is connected to the headlight assembly, and I am putting back the bolt assembly, because if it falls, the oil may come from the fork assembly. So put back everything and give a hand tight. And for this, just tap with a spanner. It is like o-ring is connected at the top and at the bottom, so don't miss any parts. I will show it here in this LH side. This is like for filling the gap. It will compress and a rattle noise may be reduced. For that reason they have done like this. And this is the bottom and the top part, and see you in another video.